Oh my goodness gracious me, welcome back to the Impossible Creatures Replay Challenge More World Cup 2021 action, and we are nearly at the end of losers bracket here. We are trudging into the depths of Mordor to watch England 1 versus France 2, and I'm joined by Matt.
Hello, this game is exciting because it's a rematch. The first rematch of the tournament, not to be the last, presumably.
Presumably, yeah, with England
Maybe.
1 being the team that sent France to the losers bracket, correct?
Yeah, and I mean, France has just been on a tear, ripping their way through all these sodden corpses all the way up to this point, and let's see if they can take it one step further.
My god, they built a ladder of American bones recently to climb these heights.
Yeah, and now they're faced with, well, a bastion of English heritage.
Well, the final bastion of English heritage, because of France, of course, France killed the last one.
That's true.
Will they continue their
They've been killing a lot.
genocidal rage?
Well, it's especially exciting because the first time round we did see England quite convincingly take the set, but France has been on the up and up, and I mean, especially Kazewa, being somewhat new at the beginning of this tournament, has just been impressing me more and more with each and every set played. So
That's
let's
right.
see.
I mean, the plot has thickened behind the scenes. We found out that he is in fact a pro gamer, although not normally with strategy games. So he's really been adapting to IC impressively.
Yeah. He does stream as well, so if you want to see his IC escapades, you can sometimes catch them on Twitch.
We should post his Twitch handle. That's the service we provide. We've got Kazewa and Freeman up north. We've got Sniper and Mutt down south. We did hear the French team say last night that they do like this map. They think it's cool. I don't know if they'll have too much planned for it specifically.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not sure that England's got anything particularly special on this map. I think they're just going to try and play standard and just overpower them. The map is large. It's harder to pull off the usual French aggression that we've seen. So we'll see what happens.
The French aggression, my favourite band. And we did see the English team actually manipulating these spawns a little bit, with Sniper joining first on purpose. So I think they have planned something, and Mutt is sending an early hench to mid. Sniper is running west, not sure what that's about, and lots of henchmen coming out from France now.
Yeah, that is a swarm, and it looks like they're just going to set up a workshop here, but they will spot Mutt scouting henchmen.
They will indeed.
Presumably that's all it will be. Now, what is Sniper up to?
Yeah, he's going around. I guess he's claiming this western hillock, while Kazewa goes for the right-hand one. Maybe not.
Well, he just diverted his attention. Just wanted a quick peek at the incredible view you get from up there.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Returning to work. Returning to business as usual. And Freeman actually claiming both of these forward expos. This is an interesting play.
Yeah, it's a big play, and it kind of allows Kazewa to go for that right-hand hill, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting because it does mean that Freeman will be able to back up and help defend with the early boost in resources. Team England playing it a bit safer, just building up at home, but it does look like Sniper...
Secret Agent Henchman has taken this geyser. Good play, good play. I like that a lot.
This was annoying. Sniper kept doing that to us, actually, on High Tide when we played earlier in the tournament. And Kazewa's taken both of the safe generators.
Wow. Okay, but the right hill has been scouted, and everyone's hitting 2 now. Freeman was there first, for whatever difference that will make. But you've got to think this hill is going to start suffering from streaky bacon. That is a tarantula warthog coming out from Mutt.
We do have some armadillo panthers. These guys don't pack much of a punch, but they do a lot of damage, and in tandem with these lasish, these cuttlefish rats, they can definitely soak up the pressure. And Kazewa has all of these bats all over the map. He is getting a good view of everything happening in mid.
Yeah, but I mean, here's Sniper building a forward, very, very forward creature chamber, and that has gone unnoticed for sure.
Yeah, but we are seeing a lot of units in production from France. Able to catch one of these overzealous chameleons as it came into the front.
Cheetorpians are coming out from Sniper, but there's quite a big force now in mid.
That being said, it is in mid, and these Cheetorpians have a different flavor on the menu, on the mind. Coming straight for Freeman's mining line at home.
That's alright, there's only 2 of them. If Freeman adapts to this quickly, he will be fine.
And just seeing the number of units at England's front as well.
They're going to be able to defend this, I feel,
especially with the plague coming down. All of these poor little brats just ticking down.
That is really, really huge. And Freeman has not done anything at home. He has lost all of his base hench.
This is a bit worrying because it will slow him down on his path to level 3 because he will have to restock those henchmen. That being said, Kazewa is just all over mid right now. He's got 5 generators.
5? My god, you're right. That's incredible. France, keep it up. He has even made a sneaky chamber behind Mutt's geyser here to the south. Sorry, the people watching the replay can see that. You'll have to imagine, Matthew.
Yeah, well, it's not particularly sneaky considering it is in plain sight. Mutt will see it when he goes to upgrade that generator next.
Because they were tragically going 3, but has all his base hench just hanging out.
Yeah, and the big force from England moving out, these plagued rats, feeling a little bit of pain, but they will come in with a nice flank, and Kazewa should be able to keep up production. His resources must be through the roof right now.
Well, he's actually got almost no miners at the moment with these guys at home just not doing anything. I don't even
think that matters when he's got 5 generators at any workshop.
That is true, but he's just pumping these guys out to die at the moment. He needs to get critical mass. I think he might need to concede this hill because there's no way he can hold it.
I mean, they are putting a bit of a dent in England's forces. England on the way to 3 now, Sniper almost hitting it, but keeping the cheetah escort pressure up, but there are some units at home now, so they should be able to fend them off. But once Sniper ticks over to 3, things start to look a little scary. Sniper trying to expand up into mid, but there is a geyser there that probably spots them moving in.
Yeah, because they was here to destroy Sniper's forward chamber, theoretically, but with Sniper being at 3, it's not looking great for France.
Yeah, especially with Mutt figuring out Kazewa's nefarious plans and coming in for a pincer attack in mid. There are 4 porcupine oxen, but they were not close enough.
Oh, they were not in a herd.
The herd!
The herd!
That's Mutt hitting 3, but I don't think Freeman's anywhere close to that just now. He's still got a queue of henchmen at his lab. There are oxen. There are enough to form a herd.
No.
Group up, boys! Group up!
There's 2 more scorpions going for Freeman's line now. He's going to lose his hench again. But hey, Kazewa's doing a great job.
He has got enough of these units now to properly deflect this attack.
And
oh my
god! Who else but C? What a gorgeous creature! 650 health.
Able to defend that fully upgraded generator. That is actually huge.
Monumental! Wow, fantastic stuff. Freeman's still a long way off leveling up, but Mutt's 50% of the way to 4.
Oof, that is a scary position to be in because they were just ticking over into advanced structures himself.
He's got to get those research options.
I mean, these porcupine oxen with upgrades do all right as they scale into the later game, but he just needs to have enough of them, and eventually...
Meanwhile, the micro warfare over on this very western flank has turned Sniper's way once again. He has fended off Kazewa's attack and he's going for the generator again. And now there's a huge, massive Sniper critters in mid.
Yeah, especially with Sniper able to take both expos in mid, and that's Mutt ticking over to 4. This is scary. The units from Kazewa do match up reasonably well against Sniper's forces, but
Sniper's kind of fell for the meat a little bit more than I was expecting him to there, to be honest. He's normally pretty good at priority targeting, but Freeman is making, just microing these level 2s. He's got to level up. He's 70% of the way there.
Yeah, this will be huge for him. But with Mutt at 4 now...
Oh, they're raiding the expo. They're trading expos at the moment in the mid.
It does look like it, but better focus, I want to say, from Team England. Able to take out that workshop and that generator. That is going to be huge. not able to get any repairs up in time. Getting a sound beam down, but they're picking off units as they come out. That said, this factory porn is just waltzing, being chased down by level 2s.
Yeah, true.
Sniper coming into this western hill, but he
God.
will have the low ground disadvantage.
Oh no, he's got to attack.
Yeah.
Kazewa's got. Oh, he's migrating and he's coming back down. Oh my goodness.
And that's good. A few units taken out.
That's a huge engagement for France. That really looked scary, but it looks like England is going to push main.
We are seeing some deflect level 3 tanks from Freeman. These are heavy on the electricity, but I mean, Freeman's just been missing out on mining all game. Constant pressure. The keen sense from these rats, able to spot these walk stitches as they come in, but there are only 3 left. They will not be able to hold Kazewa's mining line forever. And it does look like, if you look at the minimap, it just looks like the hill is about to fall for France.
Extremely valiant action there from France, attacking left, attacking right, but it just seems that it's been kind of Kazewa 2v1ing this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Freeman has had such a struggle. That unscouted forward chamber from Sniper doing a lot of damage in the early game, and that really just set him behind for this whole thing.
These walk stretches, again, they raided so well here, and that's something that Freeman loves to do, but it's been turned against the French team. And Kazewa now has like no mining anywhere except for this one beach expo.
Yeah, and I mean, his generator explosion has been contained, and it does look like his final pack of units is being eliminated on this hill, and it looks like France is ready to roll over for this game number 1.
It sure does, but what an amazing game number 1. It really impressive.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just goes to show what we've been saying about Kazewa. He's terrifying.
Yeah. But Team England, terrifying in their own right, able to close this one out. And there we see the labs blown. And we're heading into game number 2. And what is most interesting to me here is the map pick. Yeah, I'm excited.
Quite so. I mean, probably we'll see encoded forts, right? That's been the French pick so far.
And I mean, it's worked for them so far, but if I know a team that also likes eroded forts...
That's right. It plays into both teams pretty well. Dear me, I tell you what, that was extremely strong from England there. Not getting ruffled. That one sneaky chamber from Sniper, actually made all the difference in the end. That did so much damage to Freeman.
Yeah, I mean, he was kept back from level 3, kept out of the game for so long. And Kazewa with a good early effort, I mean, he got lucky in that these generators in mid weren't scouted very early, but again, able to keep up production until the very end.
Yeah, he was pretty mighty on that hill, but I mean, a lot of the reason why I think that went France's way for so long, or less England's way for so long, is because Mutt was just teching to 4. Like, if he actually brought his force to bear at level 3, that would have been over a lot quicker, I believe. But, you can never count the French team out, so going level 4 was kind of a safe option, and it definitely worked out for them. Yeah,
slow and steady wins the race, as the old adage says. And it does look like this game is hosted on eroded forts. I'm excited to see what comes out.
I haven't been excited for a forts game in a long time, but I feel like these are 2 teams that could really make it happen here.
I mean, honestly, it's used to be one of the most common maps. We actually haven't seen it all that much this World Cup.
We saw it very much in the first part of the tournament because France played like 16 games on it.
Yeah, I mean, besides from the French team. We haven't seen French teams. They're all big lovers of the forts. But we haven't seen it that much from many other people opting for safer, sort of more conventional 2 versus 2 maps, as it were.
Team maps, yeah, I suppose that's true. And it looks like there's 3 out of 6. Oh, he says casters join, so I guess casters will join.
I suppose I shall. Who am I to decline?
Well, I guess the question on everybody's lips is, are we going to see the return to Kazewa's old staple of piranha chameleons?
I mean, I would love to see it.
Me too.
It does look like his army building has evolved somewhat, but it would be nice to see Old Faithful come out.
I mean, I called those garbage first time I saw them, and I actually think I was wrong. I think those are better than I gave them credit for. Freeman has dropped, so that's probably just a warning to the players at home. These are the two teams with the most connection issues of anyone in the tournament. More connection issues than Algerian Joseph.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they've also played a significant number more games than Algerian Joseph.
That is true. Excuse me. Up to the players. And I don't recall whether this is Kazewa's new army or old army, or maybe they've all got the same name.
We do have Operation Restore Hope from Freeman, which does excite me somewhat.
Well, it's always, all of his armies are called Operation Restore Hope. I think every single one.
Yeah, but this is Operation Restore.
Oh, sorry, you're completely right. It's Operation Restore Hope.
That's how you pronounce zeros.
Yeah. 0 is a letter. Dear me. I mean, I'd be really curious. I'm hoping we see like a French geyser grab. I really love seeing like sneaky geyser grabs on Eroded. It's a great way to get into your opponent's head, and I wonder if anyone will be paying attention to the meta and brewing piranha lemmings, or sorry, eel lemmings, or even eel piranhas, you know, that works too.
I don't think eel lemmings are very strong on this map. The strength of them on maps like Duos is you can use them somewhat defensively, and they can hit most of the expos. On this map, your teammate's away for you. If you get hit from the land, you are boned, as it were.
That's
and if your other teammate gets hit from the land, what can you do to help?
Yeah, that's fair enough. A little bit of a good-natured bonhomie in the chat. Fixed locations, please. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it would be a bit strange for us to be thrust into a World Cup match.
That would never happen. That would never happen with professional casters on the couch. There's no way that could ever occur.
Yeah, I didn't spot it. Mom did.
This is the famous red color joke. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. What's your prediction on this, Matt? Look into your crystal ball. Are we going to see a game 3?
I would love to say yes to that.
Oh my god, you're such a politician. Give me a straight answer, Nostradamus.
No telling what evil plans our enemies
I'm
have.
going to say no, even though I would love to say yes, is what I was insinuating. I think that England have probably got this one in the bag. I would love to be proven wrong, but I would also like England to win, because I would not like to have gone out the tournament to 4th place. So
no, I think France is going to take this. I believe Vive la Revolution. France is going to win this, and probably they're going to win it with a classic Freeman rush.
We will see. I mean, you've got to think England sees that coming, and you've got to think they have something prepared in response. We saw Plague in that last game.
We did see Plague. Oh, we've got Mud going out early. I think Mud's going to try and outrush them here. Oh, it's probably just a scouting hench. I always say that. Much as scouts.
I mean, that said, this is the way everyone used to play Eroded Forts, so
yes.
It'll be interesting to see where this henchman goes. Freeman going for an early expansion here.
Yeah, he's got 2 rods up and he's building a workshop.
Sniper doing the same. Kazewa and... we're seeing a slower-paced game here, it looks like.
We've seen an eerie number of mirror matchups lately in this World Cup, with players just doing the same thing with no coordination between the teams. It's so weird. Sniper sending a hench out, and also not going level 2. Just he's scouting chambers.
Is going to.
Sniper's just scouting for chambers there, which is smart, given France's predilections.
This is a really nice chamber timing from Freeman, by the way. It's going to go up like right as he hits 2, and I think that's beautiful. He's going to start pumping Cheetah Scorps out, I presume.
Or not. Oh, yep, there we go. Gueporpion.
And Kazewa with a heavy focus on his economy here, getting a 4th rod up, continuing his hench production, and that's him finally going 2.
I feel like, I mean, Mutt's got a chamber up as well. Is he going to start producing some creatures?
Mutt and Sniper have both hit 2 because they were trailing a bit behind. But Freeman has some units ready to put on some pain, and Sniper's just finishing his creature chamber. That's 4 Chia scores rolling in.
Yeah, but that's a fence sound beam. That is the wrong base to target, I'm afraid.
That's true. I mean, you've got to think he's just going to run out.
Yeah, he's been so good at those guerrilla tactics in the past.
A little bruising on his Scorpion. But yeah, Mutt. He's going for that generator. He's not got that many units at home. There's a lot of Scorpions coming in here. Yeah, they're just going to be...
Streaky Bacon will be able to reinforce here along with the henchmen. This is definitely defendable.
Yeah, absolutely. But those henchmen are not mining.
Oh, wow. This is looking
and
not so
Kazewa
bad.
Coming in as well.
There's Kazewa, but here's Sniper moving in force to hit Freeman. This actually looks a lot worse for Freeman than it does for Mutt.
I don't think I agree.
Sniper has got 6 Cheetah Scorps, and Mutt has lost almost no henchmen.
Sniper does not have 6 Cheetah Scorps. Some of those are Freeman's.
Yeah, we actually need to see France claiming their geysers because they was claiming his. Freeman needs to claim his.
I mean, Sniper plopping down a chamber to help defend Mutt's base.
Oh, good work from Kazewa going around the side. I hope he makes it count.
Yeah, he's got to hit this mining line because Mutt hasn't been mining at home. This really will stop all income if he starts poking away at these hench. Able to get rid of the herding bonus as well as he takes down a couple of these.
Oh, it's back. The herd returns. It's the return of the herd. Oh,
Lots of henchmen pulled for combat, but no team looking too shaken just yet. Sniper is headed to 3 though, and he's almost done with it. He will be slightly ahead of Kazewa, trailing a little behind him.
But Kazewa's got so many idle hench in his base.
And Kazewa has perennials, and they're able to take this geyser. Now this is exciting.
Kazewa, please mine. Oh my god.
The mid-game perennial push. I actually like this a lot. These perennials are actually a lot better on this map because that 41 water speed will help them get control all across the map. That said, Sniper coming in with a reasonably large force into Kazewa's base, and he's not producing.
He could have defended well with those piranhas if he brought them to the mid there. Electric gators, but they're going to be trickled out. Oh, it's okay. Sniper's pulling out.
Yeah, there are some level 3s coming out from Kazewa to defend.
England's going mid, and that's really big for them.
Yeah, France really needs to put some sort of pressure on these perennials. Just chilling up here in the top here. They go moving out. They are going to be able to probably take out this rear generator from Sniper, and he's just upgrading it as well. That's some resources you can't really afford to sink.
Freeman's getting advanced. Yes. There goes this geyser. That is bad for Sniper.
I mean,
but he has
it's worse for Freeman in his current state.
Yeah.
It's a lot of units flowing in, and Kazewa's not going to be able to get through to defend for a while because he's going to have to plow through this mid.
That's Mutt.
Does have a lot of units.
Yeah, that's beautiful, massive units. It looks like Sniper's kind of playing coy a little bit here. Happy to just sit and deny Freeman some resources, which is a pretty smart play. He's not too rushed here. Slow and steady again. He's coming back to defend mid.
I mean, Kazewa has a lot of units, and he is going to take out Mutt's generator in the back as well.
Oh, we've got to see the focus here from Kazewa. He's got to stop attacking that workshop. Beautiful, well done. And the meat is back on the menu, boys.
Oh, wow. These Lammoths actually soaking so much damage. This guy's not even going to die.
And Freeman's here with his defensive level 2s. Excellent play from him.
And with both rear generators taken out.
Sniper's rebuilding his as we speak.
Yeah, but that's money spent for nothing being... And he's going straight for this middle one. These eels have not gone punished. And with Kazewa with so many units in mid as well, it does look like they're going to be able to break the front.
Oh, but these artillery units are going to be really big for England. And big indeed they are, the polar billards.
Oh, yeah, good pullback from Freeman here.
Yeah, we actually got almost equivalent beef from Mutt coming out. These hippopotocs are very gorgeous, but quite expensive. And if they can remain separated, this could be a really good opportunity for France to claim some scalps.
The sound beam's going up from Mutt. pushing forward with the buildings, but France trying to keep this pressure on mid. But Sniper has still been mining from this expo this whole time.
That's exactly right.
France has been doing a good job denying these rear generators, both of them still sitting at level 1, and he is pulling off a small force of them to go take out snipers again.
Wow, okay, we've got it. We've got to see some pressure on these expos. Yes, excellent job taking out this geyser yet again. And
I mean, France just coming forward with so many units. It looks like Freeman going straight for the artillery with these Oogpians.
Looking for the levels at the moment. There's still so many idle henching because there was base. If there's one thing he could do better, it's that idle hench. Looks like
he's got so many hench on his expansion and not very many mining at his main.
Those eels are going to go down as well. The eels are finally done.
I mean, they did what they need to do. That's 4
right.
Generator death toll for them.
Exactly right. But suddenly we're running a little low on eels here from Kazewa.
Yeah, it does look like England's able to get the push back here. And, oh, more eels coming out from Kazewa's water chamber to continue being annoying around the map. Sniper coming into Freeman's base with some units. These rams coming in.
They've gotten a little wombled here, but he recognizes that these Oogpisters cannot swim, so he's just retreating to the seas. Good call.
And the double level 3 melee from Freeman. I love to see it.
Meanwhile, this is a nasty engagement here in mid again. Mutt's unit's getting pretty badly split up.
Yeah, this is a really awkward concave. Again, the meat is just doing what it's here for. The frenzy going on. No! No, Kazewa!
No! Oh no, he has expended his energy. Kazewa, turn around, you can take a couple here.
Yeah, picking off another ox in the battle.
Almost, but not quite. Sniper doing a really strong attack around the back here. This actually
and I mean, the problem with Freeman's units is he can't chase them once they hit the water. He can only play on the defensive here.
Freeman has the rattle horses. Oh, Freeman, if you raid, my man. If you just get a raid off with those, that could be so huge.
There's no way for him to raid with these sound beams sitting in mid.
You're absolutely right.
And this massive force from Mutt coming into the back of Kazewa's base.
Yeah, that's a really smart redirect there, and you can see exactly why he's opted to bring Amphib. Just the flexibility there compared to poor Freeman.
Yeah, just so many units across the map. It does look like Freeman's kind of losing his hold of the game. He's lost his expansion, he's losing his main, he's running out of money, and Kazewa with this huge army in his base, pinstering him from the front as well. It does look like it will be curtains for Team France.
Wow. Another great game. Poor Freeman has not been able to catch a break this whole set. England has managed to hold mid against all odds. Sniper's been mining from that coal pile this whole dang time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the choice not to bring Amphib, I mean, it's a tough one. This map is, like the Earth, about 70% water, and you need to get swimming.
You really do, and that's we've seen a few water maps. We've seen Crag go down to pure land creatures. We've seen France just opts to go land instead of messing around with water and dominate. But Freeman hasn't been able to get that kind of leverage.
I mean, at level 2, it's kind of fine, right? You saw everyone was just running around the map with those cheetah scorps, and all is fine and dandy. But once it starts getting level 3, once you start seeing these big masses of units, it's so hard to defend your base if you can't chase the offenders.
That's right, especially when your geyser is so important at the back of your base there. And it's as clear as day. Bon voyage, mes amis. France is out of the tournament. And dear me, that means there is really only Sweden left to stop Team England from turning this into a 2021 recap.
Indeed.
Those scores tell the tale there. Sniper really maxing out. He was pretty unchallenged there.
Yeah, I mean, he got his foot into mid and he refused to move it out. Even when confronted with the Lammoths of legend.
Now, Matt, was it that one frenzy that cost him the game? Must have been.
I mean, it certainly hurt.
Let's see, who have we got in the call? Looks like England is loading in. I'd love to talk to France first. But they're not here right now. So England, how's it going?
Hello, very good. Good games.
Feeling composed, feeling relaxed.
Yeah, I was sweating a little bit because I was getting some weird. It was like stuttering lag on the second game on eroded, and it just felt like I kept clicking, but the hench commands weren't moving properly. So you probably commented on them wandering all over the place. But
No,
at the end of the day, we pulled through, and it was okay.
we didn't spot that, but I will chat to you about that afterwards because that is actually a known glitch. We do have a fix for that if you encounter it again. But
Right, okay.
good games from you guys. Pretty dominant both games, I'd say. I mean, France did a really good job and fought valiantly, but you guys were just a bit unflappable.
Yeah, I mean, the early game for France was pretty strong, but you were just able to hold on and bounce back so well. Both games just taking over the map.
Yeah, Maya's always a bit. I don't particularly like playing on it. I always find it a bit of a gamble, as to whether to go for the mid. But then I find that if you don't go for the mid, then you're setting yourself behind. So it's a bit of a. I find it a bit of a coin flip like that on what decision to make.
Mhm.
But I felt like we like you say, we absorbed the early game stuff quite well, and then we were able to bounce back. I think their early game is very, very strong, but I think the mid game is a little bit weaker in comparison. So we were able to sort of bounce back from that. It's like surviving the first onslaught, and then you can start making a little bit of progress later on.
Yeah, I think you're right for saying that because France has gotten so much experience this tournament so far, but almost all in early game. They've played like 6 or 7 sets, but they've almost always been decided pretty early on. So hitting them mid game like that, and really Freeman was kept crippled both games. It was really good play from you guys.
Oh, thank you. I think Kazewa took both. Was it both generators?
Yeah.
In the first game.
Yes, he did. And Freeman took both of the front coal pile, so it was kind of an interesting synergy there.
Right.
We actually have Free and Kazewa in the call now. Guys, bad luck.
Yeah.
They did very good.
I think they just played better.
Well, how did you feel about both of the games?
Yeah, feel good. We tried something on Maya. I let all expand to Kazewa, but the pressure was too hard middle, so I think we lost on mid.
Yeah, that's fair. Kazewa, Paul Freeman was basically kept out of both games. Kazewa, you really 2v1'd there in game 1 for a long time. It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of resources, that's why it was easy. But at one point, I could not handle anymore,
Yeah. Well, hey, it's such a shame to see France leave this tournament, especially because this is our first time seeing you ever in this tournament. It's been really, really fun watching you play, and I hope we'll see you both the next year in 2022.
Yeah, probably.
No, you have to say yes. But thank you so much, and congratulations to England for winning in dominant form. They will now face Sweden, and what's the first game?
Yep, well played, England. Good luck for
Yeah,
next.
No, thank you. Good games, well played.
Thanks.
See you.
Such a shame it couldn't be a best of 5, and the next game is actually going to be on Plateau, so that's super interesting. Ooh. But we'll leave that for another time. I think we'll end the cast there. Matty, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem, Will. Thank you for recording.
You're most welcome. Congratulations to England. So sorry to see France go, and we will catch you on the next recording.